Alrighty, good morning, Trucker Todd here, and time for another video. In today's video, we're going to discuss the Mcnally Overdryve 7 Pro 2. They did have a first generation. It had a lot of problems, you can go online and read the reviews. A lot of people were unhappy with it, and so they've come out with this new and improved edition, and we're going to take a look at it and see the good and bad. And so this introduction is going to be pretty short. Let's jump right into it.
And this is why I do this, why I'm out here, why I keep that hammer down, flying by these road signs with home on my mind, with these wheels turning round, for my family and for my kids, for this life I wanna live. This is why I do this.
Hey, Trucker Todd here, and today's video is sponsored by the fine folks at Mudflap. If you're not familiar with the Mudflap app, they offer you ways to save money on fuel. And if you click the link in my description below, you'll receive $10 off the first time you use their app to fill up if you do it within the first 5 days. So why not give them a shot? You could save 20, 30, even 50 cents or more per gallon on diesel. And you don't have to be a truck driver to use it. If you use diesel, you can use this app. So look down in the description below for the link to receive that savings for being a viewer of this channel. Alright, let's jump right into the regularly scheduled video. Okay, we're back. And before we go any further, I want to remind everybody, give me a thumbs up, share this video on your social media platforms. Speaking of social media platforms, my Instagram is below, my Facebook page is below, and my email is there. If you have any questions, you don't feel comfortable leaving them in the comments below, shoot me an email. You guys know I like it here at Dart a lot. If you guys would like to know more about Dart, as I said, feel free to send me an email. Or if you're ready to take the plunge, the link is down there to apply at Dart Transit. And the recruiter that I work with, her information is down there. So shoot her a message. Tell her you've been watching Trucker Todd on YouTube and give her my driver number of 58180. And she'll get you hooked up. Alrighty, so let's talk about this GPS. I'm going to tell you right up front that the GPS part's pretty good. I went through Dallas and I had some issues with it, but every GPS, I think we would agree, has its cities where there's some problems with it. So I'm not going to really beat this GPS up over the GPS itself. I'm going to beat it up over all the other accessories. You've all heard the saying, Jack of all trades, master of none. That's definitely this GPS. Let me give you some examples. Let's take a look at it. Okay, so here is what we would call the home screen. Let's start with the camera itself, the dash cam. Now, the problem with this dash cam is not the cam, but it's the placement of the dash cam. You can see that right in the middle of your screen, that's my pickup parked in front of it with the wife in it. The mount itself is right in the middle of the screen, and that's because on the back, the camera is on the left side, and it needs to be on the right side. Now, if you were in Europe, this would be great because the drivers drive from what we call the passenger side, the right side of the vehicle. But in here, a large portion of your dash cam view is obstructed by your mount because of where they put the camera. All right, let's see what else I want to show you on here. Let's talk about the communication. So you can receive phone calls and text messages through this GPS. The problem with that is everybody that hears you thinks you're talking through a can. The sound quality is horrible. Now, good grief, entertainment. It has an FM transmitter, as you can see, and what that is not what you think. you can, it has a huge antenna that comes with it that looks like a walkie-talkie antenna. And you can select a radio station on your radio, and it will play everything through your radio as far as phone calls and stuff like that. But again, you're going to have sound quality issues. You can use it as a Bluetooth player. And the way you'd do that, you'd use your hotspot, and then you could, or I guess you could turn on the Bluetooth on your phone and play music through it. I don't know why anybody would do that. You can also download media on it and play media on it. But again, I don't know why anybody would do it. It does have Sirius XM, but so does most of your trucks now. And again, that's probably a service I wouldn't use. Now, let's talk about this magnetic mount, which is great. It does hold your tablet up there. Haven't had any issues with it falling. This is actually where your satellite radio is. There's the plug-ins on the side for that big FM antenna and the Sirius satellite radio antenna. Now, you can use it for your tablet. The magnetic mount is great, and it charges through that when you have the tablet on there. There's the charge cord. But you can also use the tablet without it if you got a regular mount. And I would say if you're not using satellite radio or the FM transmitter, that deal is pretty worthless. And so it snaps right up there. It almost sucks it in. So it's a real nice setup for that. Let's go back to the home screen. Driver Connect would be your e-logs. I haven't used that at all. RAND navigation, I have used that. That is the GPS, and overall it works pretty good. Let's look at trucker tools. If you've got your hotspot on your phone on, you can use a lot of this stuff. It has like a road info on there. It has mileage and fuel information on there. There's the actual atlas right there. Let's get out of that. I don't have my hotspot on right now, so that's why. Let's see what else is on here. You can download other apps. It has a calculator, but to be honest with you, most of you have this stuff on your phone or tablet or iPad or whatever you're using. So there's a lot of stuff on here that'll probably never get used. Now, let me transition back to me and we'll talk a little more. So then the big question becomes, if you like Rand McNally, why'd you buy this one with all the bells and whistles? They make a 750, a TND 750, which is about the same size as this 7. Also, I forgot to mention, the 8 Pro 2 will be similar to this, except the screen will be 1 inch bigger. So why not just get the TND 750? It's a little cheaper if you just look at retail price. Well, this one offered a $200 rebate, and with the $200 rebate, it was actually cheaper than the TND 750. So I got a bunch of bells and whistles that I'll never use, but I got it cheaper than what I could have got one without the bells and whistles, and that's why I bought it. So I don't know if I recommend it or not. So far I like it, but there's a lot of stuff that didn't live up to expectations. Currently, I'm looking for some of those little plastic mounting discs that you can put on your dash, and I'm hoping to mount it in my dash in a way that I could use the drive cam. I'd like to use some of that footage maybe for the next intro I make for my videos, and so I would like to have a working dash cam in here beyond that of the one that Dart has in here. And so that's my thoughts on this Rand McNally Overdryve 7 Pro 2. Overall, I think based on what I've seen of the reviews of the first generation, it's a big step forward. But I think it just overcomplicates itself and tries to do too many things at once. I can only imagine a guy that was using it as an ELD, as satellite radio, as GPS. I think it would get a real workout. And so I think if price is not an issue, I'd probably got the TND 750 instead. But you never know what the future holds. Several times in my life I've sold all of my stuff regarding trucking and said, I'm never driving a truck again, only to find myself a few months later driving a truck again. And so it's easy for me to sit here and say, I'll never use this, I'll never use that. But in all reality, you never know. I might have to use some of that stuff at one point. And so that's my take on that. I'm going to wrap this up. This video is actually being filmed early. Right now I'm at home and I'm packing the truck to leave out. So I've got a load going from Lubbock to Dallas, and then from Dallas I'm taking off to Oregon. And so we'll catch you guys on the next one. Thank y'all for watching. Oops, sorry, I got the hiccups. Thank y'all for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.